Welcome traders. In this video, I am going to show you how you can determine your daily bias using just one candlestick. After this video, you will not only be able to determine your daily bias using just one candlestick, but you will also be able to predetermine market direction up to 90% of the time. Now, if this sounds good and you're new to the channel, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's push forward. Now, just getting right into it, what is the daily bias? Daily bias is just a predetermination of where the market direction could be going, or it is you as a trader anticipating on the charts based on the current sentiment where the market could be heading to. Okay, this can be done using fundamental analysis or technical analysis, but in this video we are going to see how you can use technical analysis using just one candlestick to determine your daily bias. Now, what is the importance of determining daily bias? Determining daily bias earlier on can help you to predetermine where the market could be going. Okay, for example, if you're looking to buy, you're looking to buy only when the daily bias is bullish, and if you're looking to sell, you're only looking to sell when the daily bias is bearish. So in this video, I want to make it as simple as possible for you guys to understand. Even a beginner can be able to use this to determine daily bias. So let's get right into the video. So here I am on the GBP AUD chart. So what we are going to do is I am going to show you an illustration of what you're going to first of all be looking at. Okay, so what you do when you're determining the daily bias, do not start from the daily time frame, start from the weekly time frame. Now, many people will tell you you have to start from a daily chart to determine daily bias, but I like to show you the easiest way for you to be able to get this more accurately. So you want to start with the weekly time frame before you got the daily time frame. So if you're looking for a bullish daily bias, you're trying to determine a bullish daily bias, make sure the previous weekly candle has closed bullish. Okay, it closed bullish, and the trend, okay, the trend of the weekly chart is bullish. It's making higher highs and higher lows. That is the first step. Then also, if it is for a bearish bias, make sure the weekly chart is creating lower lows and lower highs like this. Okay, and the previous weekly candle closed bearish. Okay, that is for a bearish week. After you've determined this on a weekly chart, come quickly to the daily chart and do the same. Make sure the previous day's candle has closed bullish and the daily chart is creating higher highs and higher lows, meaning the daily trend is matching with the weekly trend, and the daily candle of that day that you are trying to determine bias for the next day, which is going to come up, is bullish. Okay, make sure that candle closed bullish before you determine the next day's bias. Okay, on the other hand, if you're determining a bearish day, make sure that the candles are printing lower lows and lower highs. Market structure is bearish. Okay, and make sure also the weekly chart is bearish. Okay, and then make sure the previous day's candle has closed bearish. Now, there are so many other things that you can do to determine bias, but this is the general rule of thumb that I have seen to work better. Okay, now most of you will say the weekly bias can be bullish and then the daily bias can be bearish. That is true for the short term, but why I am telling you to follow the weekly trend while determining the daily bias is because the weekly trend is much stronger than the daily trend and it holds more gravity in the market, so it will most of the time push the market in its direction. So if you're determining the daily bias to be bearish while the weekly bias is bullish, you may get a very huge struggle as you're trying to determine the daily bias. Okay, so what are we looking for? We are looking for the most recent closed candle on a daily chart. If we are looking at a bullish bias, which we're going to see in the example, we are looking for that candle, the previous day's candle that has closed, to be bullish, and we must make sure that the trend on the daily chart is creating higher highs and higher lows, okay? And on the weekly chart, it's also creating higher highs and higher lows, and the previous week has closed bullish. Now, the reverse of this is true for the bearish market. This, remember, works for the stock market, it works for the forex market, it works for any market, okay, as long as that market prints candles. So let's remove the drawings and then we go and see how this works on a live chart. Now here we are on the GBP AUD 1 hour chart, but what we want to do is we want to go to the weekly chart, okay? This is the weekly chart. Now on the weekly chart, we want to see what the current trend is on the weekly chart for GBP AUD. As you can see, the weekly chart is creating a higher highs and higher lows, okay? It's creating higher highs and higher lows right here, as you can see, okay? With some periods where it creates lower highs, but it is generally creating higher highs and higher lows. It is heading up. The market is heading up for GBP AUD on the weekly chart. Now, the most recent weekly chart that closed, this one is a bullish candle. As you can see, this is a bullish candle and the trend is heading up. So we now go down to the daily chart to look for the daily bias, okay? So on the daily chart, if we zoom out still, we can see that on the smaller trends, the market is creating highs which are higher and lows which are higher, with some periods where it consolidates, but it's generally heading up. As you can see, the slope of this structure is going up like this. It's not a smooth uptrend, but you can see that this is an uptrending market generally on the daily chart, okay? So after you've done this, you now go and try to determine the direction of each candle, okay? The most recent previous day candle closed bullish, as you can see. Now what you do, you draw a line on top of that candle and also at the bottom of that candle like this, okay? So you're now looking at just that one candle on the daily chart to help you determine your next day's bias, which is this one. This is the current day now, this one here. But we're looking at the time before this candle prints. We're only looking at this candle which has closed, okay, to determine where this candle could be going, okay? So this candle here before it prints, we're looking at this candle. This candle closed bullish and the trend on the daily chart is bullish. On the weekly chart is bullish and the previous week's candle closed bullish. So now we are looking for another bullish candle on the next day, which is this current day that this candle is printing, okay? So after you've done this, you can now go down to, for example, we can draw a zone in here if we want to, okay? You can draw a zone here. After you've drawn this zone here, you can draw it or you can do without it and just consider the space between the red lines. You can now go down to the 15-minute chart where you're going to be taking your trades, or 5-minute chart, wherever, okay? And then you are going to be looking for your daily direction from there, because you've predetermined that this purple area here or this zone here, if I put in the London sessions indicator, you can see that the London sessions indicator will show us the London and New York sessions for this purple zone, which is this area here, okay? So after this area, look for the next or current day's New York and London session. In this London session, you're looking for candlestick confirmations within that London session, because now you know that the market is bullish. The bias is bullish from the daily, from the weekly, and now you've come to the 15-minute chart and you're waiting for London session or New York session within this current day here. to take only bullish trades because your bias is bullish, okay? You are only going to take buy trades here within these sessions. Now here, this video is not about the entry confirmations and all that. What you can do maybe is to take trades on candlestick patterns like 3 white soldiers, morning star formation. Like here, there's a morning star formation here, okay? You can take a trade here. Your stop loss can be below the previous low here, and then you can target a 1 to 2 like this, okay? Because your daily bias is bullish, you're looking for only bullish entries. You can also not consider looking at purple zone or anything like that, okay? You may not consider the purple zone. You just go to the daily chart like this. As long as you've seen that the previous day's candle, which is here, this bullish candle, closed bullish, you just draw a line on its high and on its low, okay? And once its high and its low are broken, once the high is broken, like in this case, the high, because we're looking for buy trades, once the high is broken, you look for entries now on a lower time frame during London and New York sessions on the current day. Let's look for a breakout of that candle. You see, here we get a breakout, but this is still not London session. This is Asian session still going on. So wait for the London session to open, which opens here in this gray box. And within the London session, we are looking for only buy trades. I hope you guys have understood that, okay? If you've not understood this, drop your comments down below. I'll come back maybe with another video and do for you this. But this is how you determine your daily bias. If you've not understood, go back, watch the video step by step, because I've laid out all the steps that you need to follow to determine daily bias. But let me repeat them here. What you need to do is go to the weekly chart. Make sure the weekly chart is creating an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, okay? And then make sure the most recent closed weekly candle is bullish. If you're looking for bullish bias, make sure the most recent closed weekly candle is bullish and the weekly chart is creating higher highs and higher lows. After you've done that, come down to the daily chart and make sure it's creating higher highs and higher lows. And after you've determined that the trend is following through with the weekly chart, it's also creating higher highs and higher lows, meaning it's bullish, make sure the previous candle that has closed for the previous day closed bullish. It has to have closed bullish. Then after it has closed bullish, mark its a high and its a low, okay? At the tip, at the wicks, make sure you mark the high and the low, and then wait for the next day's candle or the current candle you're going to be trading. Make sure that you wait for that candle to break that candle's high, the previous candle's high, which is these red lines here, okay? Once the high is broken, wait and start taking your trades during the London and New York session, which have more volume, okay? Like here, we would take a trade, like for example, at the morning star formation, like I've shown you, okay? You can take your trades like here after this formation, or here during the morning star formation, and then you just look for stops at the previous lows and target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio minimum, okay? That is a quick video, guys, for you to show you how you can determine daily bias. If you've liked this video, please do give a like on the video. And if you're looking for a good forex broker, check the link in the description. Sign up with HFM. They have the best spreads I've seen so far, and they have very good trading conditions, okay? So use the links in the description, sign up with HFM today and start enjoying the benefits that come with it. Also join this channel's membership, okay? It's just $2 a month. Show your support by joining the channel membership. Thank you guys for taking your time to watch this video. Have further questions, drop them in the comment section down below. Until next time, guys, peace and out.